Hello and welcome to First Steps in Forex. Today is Sunday the 10th of April and we are looking at the Euro-Dollar daily chart. Now, what's happened over the last 5 days? Well, it was last trading week. It was very exciting. We started off on we had Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, where we? This is the Monday's trading day. Now, at the end of last week I was saying, but obviously we're in a very strong upward trend, okay, and when charts are going up this strongly, they have momentum, they have inertia, and they're hard to stop. And you can see what happened during the week. We just kept going up. On the Friday of the last week, we were on the first day, rather, Monday, we had a doji type scenario, which is actually a reversal signal in the Japanese candlestick terminology. We also had this support and resistance area which we didn't break through. So on Monday I didn't go long at all. I wasn't doing anything. My goal was, if we broke through this, exceeded this high and broke through here, then we would go long. Okay, and that just didn't happen. So I was lucky. I didn't get into the trade and I was fine. Tuesday, following from that, I was expecting maybe some kind of reversal, and of course we've got the trend line as well, which has been going up for quite some time. Okay, and we seem to be starting to go down. So I actually made a small short because it was against the major trend, and I was picking up some pips, and then it turned around and stopped me out. So actually I went down about 30 pips on the Tuesday. So I'm thinking, oh, that's very odd, it's another doji. Okay, now which, you'd think it's another doji, another reversal, but we did drop below the trend line and bounce back up again. So the market was very neutral. And with dojis, you really need some other evidence. But we had bounced off this 50% retracement line, so it was very strange day, because I didn't really think where it was going to go. I had no real proof it was going to break through, except the fact that it was massive momentum behind this. We had two dojis, so at the end of Tuesday, I was thinking, well, maybe we're just going to drop back down. So I was ready to take another short on the Wednesday if we went below here. We didn't. We obviously on the Wednesday, things carried on. We moved up. There was a lot of news going on about the euro, because the bank interest rates, European Central Bank, etc., is raising rates with the potential of raising it more in the future as an anti-inflationary procedure. So the market's obviously pricing that in, and that's why finally, after this consolidation, we made a violent upward move. I went long after we cleared that blue line, which cleared the recent long, and we also cleared this high from back here. So it was a very positive move. So I was up by about, 29.73, something like 40 or 50 pips on that day. My stop loss was a break even, so I just kept it open. Okay. The following day, the market came down and stopped me out. That's one of the things that happens, unfortunately. So I was zero neutral. So by Thursday, I was, I was down about 30-40 pips. Friday, I could see it took off again, and I went long after it cleared the high the previous day, and I was long all the way to the end. So fortunately, I went long. I think I went in around 14340, and I got out when it closed. So 134, I got in around there, 1340, 340. Oh no, it was 100, and I can't remember exactly. It was about 120 pips, something like that. So it was a good week in the end. But it was funny, because if you look back and think about it, if I just been going long, we could have been going long all the way back since then, and I imagine a lot of people did. But the interesting bit is we cracked through this support resistance, this pivot area, and now we're making new highs. If we go to the weekly chart, we can see that we broke through there, which was clearly a major pivot area from where it's bounced around here and along here as well. And so Where's our next target? Well, we've landed on the 78.6% retrace from this high to this low. Now 78.6 is significant, but it's not one of the most important Fibonacci retraces. We've done a lot of buying over the last few weeks, and you would think that the market would be exhausted. Okay, so you have to be very wary now. But momentum is still there, very strong momentum on Friday. You would expect a reaction, but we have to assume that it's going to carry on going up. There might be some kind of, probably on Monday, tomorrow, it'll retrace a bit back down to the trend line and then move upwards, but we'll see. So I'm going to wait until obviously UK Europe opens and see what's going on, and if I can find, I might be able to nick some pips going short for a little bit on the retrace, but really I'm waiting for it to retrace a bit and then move up and see if we can smash those highs again. If we get past that 78.6, when's the next one? Well, we've got a 61.8% retracement back from the high to, hold on, let me zoom out. 68.1 from there to there. That's the 68.1, I believe. Let's just get rid of some of the noise in here because we've got too many of these things now. So if you bear with me a sec, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Okay, that makes it more meaningful. All right, so we broke through the 78.6. I don't think we have a Fibonacci from this high to this major low. And I've taken a Fibonacci from this high to this major low as well. Okay, so here we had a double. Here we have a double. We got the 100%. Okay, so on this one we have a double on the 78.6, and also there's something else that's there as well, but I'm not entirely. I need to change the color just to clarify. Let's make that a blue of some sort. Okay, so we had 88%. This is a 61.8 for this high to this low, which is very significant, and the 78.6 from this high to this low. That's a very significant Fibonacci conjunction of Fibonacci. So I'm expecting, okay, and it's also bounced off this area before, as you can see. So there's actually a support and resistance, which I hadn't noticed before. So once again we have this battle between massive inertia, momentum of the trend going upwards, and they hit a point, and look at it close just on it, where there's a conjunction of Fibonacci's. We've got a pivot area, as you can see historically it's bounced off this before, here, even back then, here. I mean, it stretches all the way back. Let's just take it back. Okay, and you can see it's bounced off there, it bounced off there, it bounced off there, it bounced off there. So lots and lots of strength there. So multiple occasions, and the more it's bounced off, the further it goes back, the stronger it could be. So actually tomorrow, my instinct tells me we're going to pull back from the main trend, probably down to this trend line, and then we might head up, see if it retests and can smack through this. If we can smash through this 78.6, then the next target is 88.6. There isn't really a big. I'll probably have to go down to the daily chart to see if I can identify. Let's try. Maybe I can zoom out a bit. 78.6. There isn't maybe here. Yeah, there's. There's potentially an area there, roughly around there, perhaps. You've also got the 146,000 area, which is around here. So, of course, what am I saying? This is close to the round number around here. So, around this area here is a round number. So, I would say 1.4600. So, that would be my preliminary next target, but also we've got the 88.6% retracement up here as well. But we could keep going all the way up to the 100%. So my instinct tells me my experience. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back. That will probably retrace tomorrow. Now, if we do retrace and we break through that trend line and the support and resistance area, then it's likely that we're changing direction, changing trend. If we just come down to the trend line and bounce back up again, then we're going to go back up to this thing and try and break through. And it might retest this and bounce off a few times because it's quite a strong area before we either break through or react and come back down again. Okay, it seems to be that it's the big players who are changing the market, and it seems to me that they're pricing in the opportunity of having higher interest rates in Europe at the moment. Okay. The other thing that's affecting it is that the dollar's very weak because oil is going up. If I show you a chart of the oil, if I go to this chart here, which is what I say, the Western, I can't remember what you call it now, the Western something crude. I'm not an expert on oil, so the chart here shows, and I'm sorry because it's the indicators for the most recent bars, but you can see there's a massive increase here on the US crude, and if we go to the Brent crude, you can see once again a huge change, is upward change. Now, generally when oil goes up, the dollar drops in value, and another reason why we've got a very strong euro dollar. Okay, so this is an interesting correlation. So you can, when you're trading Forex, there are opportunities to look at other things as well and see how they correlate, and oil is one of them. So generally, and it doesn't happen all the time, so you have to be careful, if the price of oil is going up, the dollar's going to drop. That means the euro dollar, the pound dollar, all these other ones are probably going to rise. Okay, so you can use that to help you judge when the best time is to go long and short. Okay, so that's really all I've got to say for the euro. I think so. The best move tomorrow, wait until London Europe opens, and if we carry on up, fantastic. I suspect we're going to come back down a bit, retrace that down at least to the trend line. If we do manage to break through this recent high, then obviously it's going to be a strong move upwards. So look for going long. Don't go short until we've broken through the trend line and this support resistance area here. You can see here multiple tops. Twice it stopped there, two more there, three more there. So this is a big area as well. Okay, so we have to have a clean break down there for a long-term change in the trend line and to break through this trend line as well. Okay, so that's it for today. If you want to know more about how I trade, then please go to my website It's aimed at the beginner, but you're intermediate or you're inexperienced, please feel free to download it or completely free. All we ask for is your name so that we can send you regular updates and also posting the trades as soon as we have. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Hopefully I'll be able to update in a few days. Thank you.